make a change in your life. Make it for the better. Now don't you wait no longer. Just shut your back, father. It's not for the black and white. It's not for the yellow and red. It's not for the sick and homeless. It's not for just one race. It's not for one generation. I see the whole damn nation. Let's go and have a party. Gonna be all right. Gonna be all right.
Okay, I got here to Natchez, Mississippi. Now, free campsites says that the casino has free camping for the in their parking lot. Well, the casino that listing is under is no longer there. They went out of business. Parking lot's closed off. The boat ain't even there no more. So I'm at this other casino that's right up about half-mile up the river, and they have a parking lot here. And I don't see any other campers. I stopped the little security guard when she made her pass, and she says she thinks it's okay. So we'll see how that goes. But if we do get to stay here all night, I mean, look, it's right here on the river. Right here on the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River Bridge right there. Got your camper right there. They just said kind of park out the way, so hope I don't get a knock on my door tonight. But that's pretty. I'll update the site, the free campsites, and just in case, because it had a lot of good reviews, but I don't know if that was the old casino that they were talking about. See, the old casino, you can see way back there. See those lights? That's where the old casino, floating casino was. And that's where all the reviews are, you know. I think it's for that casino. They say, oh yeah, you know, all the reviews say they don't have no problem, they'll let you stay, you know, but they are out of business. And this casino is here. So I guess if they tell us to move, this won't be a viable spot on free campsites anymore. But if they do let us, if they don't bother us tonight, kick us out, it'll be pretty good. I got it kind of tucked out the way as much as I could. And I even told the girl, say if even this is in the way, you got that little turnaround back there, you can get off into the grass. I said I'll get into the grass if I need to, because it's too late in the evening to go looking for another boondocking spot. So that's where we at. Right here on the water. Natchez, Mississippi. Across the river is Louisiana. We'll be heading that way in the morning. Stay tuned. Alright, this is a little update on staying at the casino last night. The casino is... one of the security guards came by and basically kicked us out. So... Okay, now this gives you a bird's eye. Okay, this gives you a bird's eye view of what we dealt with at the casino. I'm going to zoom in. This is downtown Natchez, and the first place we went to, which I thought was listed on freecampsites.net, was this Magnolia Bluffs Casino. And so that's where we went. You go from up here, and you go down this very, very steep road. I mean, if you go in there in an RV just to gamble, you better have some good brakes. But it goes down this very steep road, and this little turnoff where you go to the back parking lot is even steeper. I mean, it was unbelievable. So basically what I did is went through, and this is a covered parking garage right here. I went through here and then back through and went to this back parking lot, which is basically empty. You know, you had one or two vehicles parked back here. And I parked right here in this little side spot. I mean, it was real nice. First gate guard come by. She said, I went up to her and said, "Look, is this not a problem me staying here?" She said, "Oh no, it's no problem at all." You know, I said, "Look, I can you know, I won't take up any space. I can get back here in this grass. This is where I filmed all the fireflies and everything. It's a big field. I mean, went very deep. And it was all hard packed, you know. I said, "Look, I'll get out, and if it's a problem, I'll get back here in the grass." She said, "Oh, no, you're good right here." And so I didn't start setting up anything yet. And I'd go and take some video of the fireflies and then the river. And about 30 minutes later, another guard come by. It's an older fella, and my girlfriend, she was up by the camper. I was back here filming, and so he called me over there, and I said, "Hey, what's going on?" He says, "Yo, you can't stay here." I go, "Why? Would they just told me I could, you know, as long as I wasn't in the way." And you know, I said, "There's nobody back here," and you know, he wasn't very polite at all. I said, "Look, I'll get back here in the grass. You know, you won't even see me back here." He goes, "No, you can't stay here." So I said, you know, "Hey, fine, whatever." So that's when we left, and my phone wasn't working at the time. I was like, "Man, this is right after dark. Got to find another place to boondock for the night, and it's already dark." I said, "Ain't no way I'm going back out into the Homachita forest. I mean, it's a pain negotiating those gravel roads during the day. You know, at night just be ridiculous." And there's not another one in the area. I mean, you're right across from Vidalia. So basically what we did, we picked up and went to up here in they had McDonald's up here and boosted onto their Wi-Fi. And looking at freecampsites.net, they said that it wasn't the casino that offers the free camping, it's the city of Natchez. And this is the parking lot for the old casino. This used to be the old casino right here, and they shut down, and all the parking lot was all blocked off and everything. But on free campsites kept getting good reviews and everything. You know, I was like, you know, that's crazy, because you know, these people were less than cordial. But looking at McDonald's, looking at the free campsites, it said the Natchez Visitor Center. Okay, so here's the Mississippi River Bridge, and this is the Natchez Visitor Center over here. It's right next to the Magnolia Bluffs Hotel. But it's right off of 84, 425 and 84, whatever you want to call it. And back here in the back, they had, you know, tractor trailers and everything, things like that. But right here, see, this is a standard parking lot. Right here is these long parking lots, long and very wide. And there's an electrical hookup on every one of them. Okay, now when I say full hookups, the dump station, see, like you can see a camper right here was dumping. There's a dump station right there. And inside the visitor center, right here is a you have bathrooms. Now there's no showers there, but I mean, there's I believe she had said she used the bathroom there rather than using my little 5-gallon bucket in the camper. That there was hot water, so I mean, you can make do. There was this homeless guy on a bicycle, you know, but that would hang around. He wouldn't bother us or anything. But I mean, you got electrical, sewer, and over by the sewer there's a water spigot. It says not potable water, but I mean, heck, if it was city water, it should have been. But great for washing out your tank. So there's a water spigot right here too at the dump station. So it's essentially a full hookup, and it doesn't cost a thing. Now, if you're a van dweller or something, they got the spots on this side. There's electrical outlets on both sides of this sidewalk. 15 amp as well as 30 amp. It's unbelievable. And like I said earlier, there's a little gate guard that patrols. I think he works for the casino. Patrols around, and when we first set up, well, I cranked up the generator, you know, and he said, well, your outlet isn't working. I was like, well, what outlet, you know? And he's like, oh no, there's outlets on that sidewalk. He said, well, just hook up to that. I said, oh yes indeed, let me turn this generator off real fast. So Natchez redeemed themselves, because I was basically ready to write off after the treatment we got at the casino from that casino gate guard or security guard, whatever he is, riding around on his little golf cart. But this here, the Natchez Visitor Center, bathrooms are right in there, and they're open 24 hours. You know, they don't lock them up because of the reception center. What if I can? No, can't zoom in, but look at that. That's, I mean, there's plenty of electrical connections. Some of them are 30 amp, some of them are 15 amp, but they're on both sides. And you have the large parking area. I mean, this is just using Google Earth, but this camper, this big diesel pusher could have backed up into one of these spots and not, you know, not stick out or anything. And then this is just regular, but they're all the way down. And that's why I call this the best boondocking site ever. And if you're traveling the Natchez Trace, it's you know, the Natchez Trace ends in Natchez, Mississippi, and so this is downtown Natchez, Mississippi. By the my next trip, I'm going to run the trace all the way up to it ends in Nashville. But if you're running it from the north, you know, and you run the trace right at the end of the trace in Natchez, Mississippi, you got this place here. And it's all run by the city of Natchez. I mean, it is really nice. I consider this the best boondocking site ever. They have full hookups. So let's look at a little bit more video of it. See, that's your trucks that park in here as well, so you can't really complain. They'll say do not enter and no commercial vehicles, but there were 18-wheelers in here last night. And even the security guard, he said that's no problem. The parking spots are even set up for campers. They're long parking lots, parking spaces. Well, you can see I have my hookup, but this is the electrical outlets, and there's one. I see I'm hooked into that one, but they're on both sides. Nice regular parking places on this side. But they're all the way down. You can see the other camper, they're down there on the end. But the spots are long. It's not like you got to take up 2 spots or park sideways. I mean, I'm not even reaching the end of mine with the trailer. And they're very wide. They're good 10-foot wide spaces. And it's almost as if they were built for campers. You got regular spaces here, I guess, for you. Even a van dweller could hook up. But it's real nice. So from here we are onward to just north of, well, it's a place called Pioneer, Louisiana, just north of Tallulah. And it is some type of Indian mound burial ground place. It is some place she wanted to go. So we will head that way today. And that's about 2 hours north. On the Louisiana, we'll cross the river. And on the Louisiana side, go north for about 2 hours, and that's where it's at. And we will probably come back and may stay here again tonight. May come back and stay here tonight on our way back home. All right, Natchez Visitor Reception Center. Thumbs up.
As a little boy, I remember we always sang these words. Oh, beautiful, far spacious sky, far and the waves of grace, far purple mine, in majesty. Wait a minute. America. America. God, take grace on me. God, I love He crowned our good. I don't you remember? Say me brotherhood. From sea to shining sea. You know, I wish I had y'all to help me sing this thing here. Go ahead. America. Oh, yes, he did. You ought to love him for it, 'cause he cried out good. He told me what, say me brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Lord, let Jesus stand there. I'm gonna thank you, Lord. Let me thank you, Lord.
Here. So I'm gonna abrade this edge. You want a nice flat platform to strike, send the energy through from my hand to this antler billet to this piece of novaculite. So something that Native Americans at Poverty Point were importing from a few hundred miles away up in present-day Arkansas. Let's see here. Got a little flake. Not perfect. Let's see. Uh-huh. There it is.
Yeah. Depending on the flake size and the shape, you can use it for different functions, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So a lot of these would be used as just blades or what have you, but I'm trying to create a nice, smooth, flat disc to create something called a preform there first of all, okay? And then eventually I'll notch it and make it into a point. And some are pretty crude and some are pretty fine. Can be retouched along the edge using pressure flaking. So I'll take one of these little preforms here, and this is just a, well, copper-tipped pressure flaker, but they were probably using antler tine. I just don't have one on me at the moment. So I'm going to pick a little spot here, and for pressure flaking it's a bit more delicate, but you actually use a bit more force. So you're going to support your piece same way as you would before. You're going to find a platform, and you're going to push forward and down. So in and down. And it creates just little tiny flakes. You can see I took out actually a pretty good bit of material there for at least the size of this tool. Let's see, find that platform. You work with tiny little platforms. Create little flakes like that. And you do find these little flakes on site, and they're what's called tertiary flakes. So that's where you know that people are breaking some of their tools and they're refinishing them. So after a big hunt. It's amazing what you can tell from the people just by looking at tiny little flakes of stone. So it's pretty neat. I just have this big ridge in the middle. It's causing me problems. And sometimes you can use your pressure flaker to take off other little bits that didn't come free. Very carefully, of course. Remove everything from this side. Try and find a way to do so.
You can make quite a few from just that one stone.
Yeah, you could if you wanted to. A few of these flakes could probably be turned into points. That was not a good hit. Or there's some kind of inclusion in there that's causing me problems. One of the two. Okay. You see how I hit once here and once here? Mm-hmm. I just set up this platform to hopefully take out some of this material. So just like chess, you really do want to think ahead if you can. It sometimes doesn't work out. Sometimes does. Switch billets.
Different sized ones.
Yeah, different sizes and weights. But they're all pretty gnarly. I need to smooth them out. That's probably one of my problems today. But it worked that time.
So they were making things like this? Sorry to interrupt you. Or
No.
were they trading them from other areas? Were they getting the raw stone?
You ask a really good question. Okay, so they're making these points here, but all the rock has to be imported because there's nothing native. So a lot of it's coming from what's today present-day Arkansas, like this novaculite here that I'm using. So this comes up near Hot Springs. You can find some in Missouri as well, southern Missouri. But no, they have expert flint knappers here. They're making a tremendous amount of their own stone tools. We find over 12,000 spear points on this site alone. And those are just the ones we found so far, the ones we know about, the ones not in people's pockets, if you will.
Yeah. And they were making the decorations and the beadwork and all that here too.
That's it. That's entirely correct. Because whenever they're doing something, they leave behind this, all these flakes. This is called debitage.
Send it in the water to get a nice steam made, so it kind of filters through easy. It's easy in here, everything's just washing straight through. So clean off all these tiny concretions, whatever rocks are in there, possibly artifacts maybe. But we want to get as much of the dirt washed away as possible.
Have you found any artifacts for your digging?
We found some pieces of chipped stone, so like the byproduct of the little pieces that are flying off, and then some prehistoric pottery. Not a whole lot, but I mean, it's evidence enough that there was people there at some point, so, which in some cases is all you need, and really, for the first step that we're doing, it is, I mean, it's very telling, you know, that people were there, and you just gotta do more work and figure it out. From Louisiana then, or?
I am. We have a burial mound where I'm from, in Claflin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the Mississippi River area.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was, you know the age on it, or probably a little bit later than the something?
Like around 1000 AD to
Okay.
1300 AD.
Cool.
So not as early as these.
Well, they're certainly making mounds then too, which is really interesting.
They have found some in Bayou Dula and then in Bayou Sorrel. The unfortunate thing about Bayou Sorrel is it's in, it's under the water. And they have lots of chemical plants down there. So you can imagine the destruction that sort of thing has done to sites in the, starting in the 50s and 60s. There's a lot of deaths going on because of illegal chemical dumping. So there's not really any good way to get to it.
Yeah, no kidding.
I came up here to
Have a rinse out for a few more decades and yeah, there's so much stuff around here. It's a tremendous amount of material. You can imagine why they're living on the Mississippi River. It's a huge drainage basin.
There's a stairwell up here.
So here we are at the Indian Mound. This is the main hill. And my back is not feeling good, so I did not climb it. She's up at the top right now. Drive-through tour. That's Mound A. Mound B. Alright, second, we went on into Louisiana yesterday and visited the Indian Mounds. The Poverty Point is not really any boondocking or camping spots in the area at all. So we headed back, and the GPS took us right back through Natchez. So decided, well, we'll just stay another night right here at the visitor center. And for a Saturday night on Memorial Day weekend, we were only camper here. But once again, you know, free camping, free electricity, and a dump station over there behind those trailers with a water hookup. It says non-potable water, but I mean, it's probably city water. I don't know if you can really see with the sun, the Natchez Visitor Reception Center. Picking up stuff and cleaning stuff out their fridge, and she's getting some of our leftover stuff. They got a guy over there. I think he's just like hiking or I don't know if he's homeless or what he get. Giving him some leftover because we was just gonna throw it away anyway. Also, I wanted to catch this before we pulled off. We do have a faucet over here. You can use those little water thief. It's got a little area here. We're about to pull out. But one of the other things they have available right here at the Natchez Reception Center, which is open all the time. Men and women's bathrooms, and that has no showers in there, but bathrooms. And look at this. Does anybody know what this is? Well, when you see one, you better get a picture. I wonder if it works. Yes, it works. Man, I tell you what. That's the little visitor reception center. Well, I say little, it's big. And that's that guy's bicycle that was staying here. But it's almost like a full campground, you know. All right, off the grid, back on the road.
Oh, but we ain't got the gold. Yet we're trying to leave something behind. Oh, my friends, I believe we are at the wrong fight, and I cannot read what I did not write. I've been to his house, oh, but the master is gone. But I'd like to leave something behind.